So I've done all the external wall insulation now, and the next big thing is the door, which is quite cold because it's quite leaky really. I could get a completely new door, but this has already got 4 centimetres of pretty good insulation in here. And so I think the main problem with it is that there was cold air coming in through the letterbox and cold air coming in around these windows where there's actually quite a gap here and no insulation. Just plastic on the outside and then this plastic cover on the inside. So what I'm going to do is replace the letterbox. I've already got a new one on the internet which is going to fit this space. So I measured this space quite carefully, made sure I get one that fits and one that's really well insulated and won't let any air through. And then I'm also going to seal around these windows. So just take the surround off and then put expanding foam in these gaps here. And then that will be a lot better insulated. So I was originally planning to use expanding foam from an aerosol can, but now I've decided I'm going to use this leftover expanding foam tape. Now I've got the remnants of a reel of it there. I'm just cutting it into sections. I'm going to install it in between these all around, and that should make a nice seal and also be a little bit easier to use than the expanding foam from an aerosol can. So here we are with the expanding foam tape in place, and it's making a really nice seal all around that, so that should make it much warmer because previously there was nothing there. Okay, so I ran out of expanding foam tape doing this window, so I'm going to use the aerosol expanding foam for the last bits in here. Well, that was much easier to do once I put the camera down. I did it with 2 hands. I'm now going to put this on before the foam expands too much, and that should be done. Okay, that's all in position with the foam behind it, so that window's done as well now. Now I'm going to try the letterbox. Okay, so I'm going to seal the letterbox from the outside, and that's because this sleeve of the letterbox here is slightly larger than the sleeve on this bit of the letterbox, and so this sleeve fits inside this one, just slots in. But this letterbox is slightly thinner than the previous one, so there's a bit of space at the sides, so I'm going to put expanding foam in here, and that's going to seal that. And then also this letterbox has a rubber seal on the top of it here, which is going to make an even better seal. So there's many ways that we're going to prevent air getting through here and also prevent the cold from getting in. Okay, I don't want to mess this up because I don't want to get any residue on the outside of this door, so I'm going to use 2 hands for this, which means I've got to put the camera down, but I'll show you the result once it's done. Okay, there's the foam in place, and now I'm just going to quickly put the outside on and screw it all up. Great. That's the letterbox put on at the front and at the back. Looking very nice and very well sealed. And now I'm just going to try sealing these bolt holes and also the top window. Okay, that's top window sealed. I'm going to put this on very quickly before it expands too much. Great, that's all in place. Now I'm just going to try the last little bolt holes here. I've got washers here, plastic washers, which are actually going to be sealing it from air getting in from here, but there's no seal on the other side, so I'm just going to put a bit of expanding foam on the other side of the bolts as well. Okay, there's the expanding foam around the bolts. I'm just going to slot those in. And that should make a nice seal on that side as well. So that's it. I've got a much better insulated front door now, much better insulated letterbox, far better insulated windows. Even those bolts on the door knocker are better insulated now. And that cost about £100 for the different door furniture, and then about £20 for the paint actually. Putting the door furniture on and the insulation, only took about an hour. It took longer to actually buy the stuff than it took to put it on. And painting it was really easy as well. That just took a day, and that's got 3 coats of paint. So I've got a much better insulated front door, one that looks new because it's got new paint on it, and all for under £150, which is far better than the thousands of pounds that my wife wanted to spend on it. So I'm really, really pleased with that.